Good afternoon, everyone. I am going to start theorem. Christoffel symbols are not a tensor quantity from Unit 4. So, our theorem is Christoffel's symbols are not a tensor quantity. Not a tensor quantity. Before going to start this theorem, I want to explain from my previous class about Christoffel symbol. So there are two types of Christoffel symbols or bracket. Christoffel symbols of first kind and Christoffel symbols of second kind. The Christoffel symbols of first kind denoted by first bracket I, J, K or first bracket K, I, J or gamma I, J, K, where I, J, K are assumed variable. And Christoffel symbols of first kind defined by I, J, K is equal to half of del G by del X plus del G by del X minus del G by del X, and the suffix write in this form, that is first third by second in first term, that is del G I K by del X Z, and in second term J K by I second third by first J K by I, and minus in third term we write first second by third suffix, that is I J by K, I J by K. This way we can write Christoffel symbol of first kind. Christoffel symbol of first kind defined by I J K is equal to half of, within bracket write del G by del X, del G J K, sorry, del G I K by del X J plus del G J K by del X I minus del G I J by del X K. So this one Christoffel symbol of first kind. Now come to Christoffel symbol of second kind. Second kind denoted by second bracket K I J, K upper position, I J lower position, and or another term gamma K upper position, I J lower position. These two form of Christoffel symbol of second kind, and defined by K I J is equal to fundamental metric tensor in contravariant form K into H into first bracket I J, H, where H dummy suffix, and we can change H by any other suffix. So this is Christoffel symbols of first kind and second kind. Now some important point about Christoffel symbol. So first is you always remember that Christoffel symbols of both kind, first kind and second kind, is symmetric in I and J, that is first bracket I J, H is equal to J I, H. Similarly in second bracket also, second kind also, K or J or H, any other variable top position, next I J lower position is equal to K J I. We already established this result, and this property is symmetric property in I and J, that is first and second suffixes. Another important point is that if fundamental metric tensor is constant, then Christoffel symbol of first kind and second kind both zero, both vanishes. So this one second point. Third point is one relation we have between Christoffel symbol of first kind and second kind. That is Ij H is equal to fundamental tensor in covariant form. Covariant form KH into second bracket Kij. Covariant form, and remember G first position K suffix and K and in second bracket K upper position, these two variable same, always same. And similarly in first bracket third suffix H and in covariant in fundamental tensor second variable H always same, and Ij same. This is known as relation between Christoffel symbols of first kind and second kind. Already in previous class proved this relation. And third is another relation we have Ijk first bracket Ijk plus first bracket Jki is equal to delta Zik by delta Xj. Del by delta Xj shortly written as delta J and Gik. These 4 points about Christoffel symbol always remember. Now we are going to prove our today's theorem, and it is Christoffel symbols are not a tensor quantity. Proof. Students, first you remember that when a quantity said to be tensor, when a quantity, suppose we take AI, where I is equal to 1, 2, 3, dot, 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 up to n. AI is nth quantity and it transform to A bar I. It transform to another system, dash system I. A bar I. By this law, A bar I is equal to del X by del X bar I and alpha A alpha. By this relation, if a undash quantity transform to dash quantity by a transformation law, then this AI quantity known as tensor, and this formula known as transformation law of tensor. So if a quantity satisfy transformation law of tensor, then this quantity known as a tensor. So now our theorem is Christoffel symbols are not a tensor quantity. That means we want to prove that Christoffel symbols of both kind, first kind and second kind, does not satisfy transformation law of tensor. Let Gij, we know that Gij is a covariant tensor of rank 2, fundamental covariant tensor of rank 2. In metric tensor and Riemannian space unit, we established this result that fundamental tensor is a covariant tensor of rank 2. Therefore, as Gij is a covariant tensor of rank 2, obviously it satisfies transformation law. So we can write transformation law. G bar Ij is equal to G U V, I for U, J for V. U V del X by del X into del X by del X. Bar Ij lower position, so bar I bar J lower position, and U V dummy suffix, so U and V. We choose U for I against I and choose V for against J. Now in Christoffel, we know that Christoffel symbols of first kind Ij, K, and third suffix K. So half of del G by del X plus del G by del X minus del G by del X. I K by J and j k by I and ij by k. We know Christoffel symbol of first kind defined by this way. Therefore, G fundamental tensor and G, we know that fundamental tensor is a covariant tensor of rank 2. Therefore, we take transformation law. Now, as in Christoffel symbol third variable present, k present. Therefore, we remark this transformation law as equation number 1 as third suffix present in Christoffel symbol of first kind. Therefore differentiating 1 with respect to x bar k. Differentiating 1 with respect to x bar k as third variable is present in Christoffel symbols of first kind. As we want to prove that Christoffel symbol not satisfy transformation law of tensor. Now there we get del g bar ij by del x bar k is equal to so ddx of uvw derivative theorem. We apply derivative theorem in this equation number 1. So first we derive GUV and other two remain same. Del GUV by del XW against K and again S for I for U, J for V, therefore K for W. So another variable we take W. So del GUV by del XW into del XW by del x bar k. Applying same rule here, we get this term. Into other two fraction remain same. Del x u by del x bar I into del x v by del x bar z plus next del x u by del x bar I. We differentiate this term and other two term remain same. Plus GUV into del square x u by del x bar I into del x bar k into del x v by del x bar z plus next third term differentiate and first and second remain same. GUV into del x u by del x bar I into del square x v by del x bar z into del x bar k. So it is equation number 2. Similarly, we get other two fraction and you try yourself. I directly get the result from book and it is delta z bar ij with respect to bar del x bar I. We get another relation, it is 3 equation number and we can differentiate with respect to x bar z. So del g bar ij by del x bar z, we get another formula, it is 4. Now according to formula of first kind, we apply here half of equation 3 plus 4 minus 2, applying this relation and that is half of delta z bar jk by del x bar I plus delta z bar ki by del x bar z minus delta z bar ij by delta x bar k. Applying this and this relation actually ij comma k bar dash quantity. So we get applying this half into equation number 3 plus 4 minus 2, that is we get half delta z bar j k by del x bar I plus delta z bar k I by del x bar j minus delta z bar I j by del x bar k, that is we get I j bar I j comma k in dash form. And other 3 points, that is GUV is equal to GVU. GUV is equal to GVU, that is fundamental metric tensor symmetric. And another result we remember here, GUV del x u by del x bar I into del square x v del x bar j del x bar k is equal to GVU del x v by del x bar j into del square x u by del x bar I del x bar k. We applying these 3 points, we get I j comma k bar is equal to UVW within first bracket write UV comma W into del x u del x bar I del x v by del x bar j and del x w by del x bar k plus another extra term we get GUV into del square x u by del x bar I del x bar j into del x v by del x bar k. We number this relation as equation number 5. Now see, in equation number 5, if we remove this term GUV into del square x u by del x bar I del x bar j into del x v del x bar k, we remove this term, then it is a transformation law of tensor. Otherwise it is not transformation law of tensor. Therefore, according to relation 5, Christoffel symbols of first kind not satisfy transformation law of tensor. That's why decided that Christoffel symbol of first kind is not a tensor quantity. Similarly, we can prove Christoffel symbol of second kind also not a tensor quantity. So this proof complete. Now I am going to discuss the problem. Problem is evaluate the Christoffel symbols of both kinds for spaces where Gij is equal to 0 if I not equal j. Gij what? Fundamental metric tensor. Fundamental metric tensor always defines the property of space-time. It is given that it is 0 for I and j different values. Now we want to evaluate the Christoffel symbol. So already we know that Christoffel symbols of first kind is Ijk is equal to half of del g ik by del xj plus del g jk by del xi minus del g ij by del xk. So there are 4 possibilities here because 3 suffixes here I comma j, ij comma k, I, j and k, 3 variables. So we get here 4 cases. First case is, if we assume that I equal j equal k, then what value of Christoffel symbol we get? See, first kind, all 3 variables same, then I comma I, then get half of del j I by del xi. You simplify and see, is it correct or not? Second case, we assume I and k, that is first and third suffix equal, j not equal. Then also we get value of first kind. Third condition is first second same, k different, then we also get value. But in case 4, if 3 different value I, j, k not equal, then Christoffel symbols of first kind vanishes. Similarly, same cases arises in Christoffel symbol of second kind. That's why we get only non-vanishing value of Christoffel symbol of both kind in case if three variables same. Second case, if first and third same, second different, and third case is first second same, third different. For these three condition, we can evaluate value of Christoffel symbols of first kind and second kind. Thank you.